Allegiant Stadium. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Allen going to go to the air right away. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. It will knock that one away.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 47 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake. And as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And there he goes left side. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, 68 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week. yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw his Carr. And that's complete to Adams. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They go with White on the counter. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Devontae Adams, 45 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. McKenzie now from his end zone.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
135 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Allen. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a 2nd player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. He hits Adams, complete. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Allen now on 1st down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Touchdown, Bills! Gabriel Davis, 29 yards. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Raiders 21, Bills 14. Tyler Bass will kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Carr now on first down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. He's got...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Very short kick, and a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball, and the Raiders pick it up. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
Just had to hold on to the ball.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Going to go on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Down to about the 22 here. 144 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Allen going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Counter play with Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This is White on the screen. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. It's caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes cautious, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That's caught. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing now is Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On play action, it's Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Raiders 42, Bills 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. McKenzie now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. It's complete. And he coughed it up. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Carr going to throw here. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. He's got room past the 30. Down the left sideline. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice. Obviously, your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's